right, shalom, shalom. All right, first and foremost, before we get this lesson, we want to start by giving all praises, honor, and glory
to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakha Kodash.
All right, double honors, as always, to our apostles and our elders of great MILLSTONE who rule well and taught us this truth through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWAH. And as always, salutations to the Zaquanium, Wa'akim, across the four corners of the earth that's teaching us this truth, that taught us this truth also, all right, and that's being men of the Lord in faith, all right, and being runners up, all right, of the faith in the ministry, all right, teaching this truth of a ready mind and not a filthy Lucas said, according to 1 Peter 5th chapter, around the second verse. All right, shalom, YAHAWAH, shalom, peace and love to one's elect. I'm my fellow servant, call me Ashala, to my left.
Mayagala.
Kanaka.
AHBAD.
We from GMS, St. Petersburg, Florida, the camp out here in St. Pete. And pretty much through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWAH, pure influence. All right, the title basically is just Hebrew Israelites. And pretty much, through the spirit, we're just going into, got a few articles. All right, we're just pretty much going into the spirit, all right, of Exodus 15:3. All right, because the scriptures tell you the Lord is a man of war. All right, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWAH is his name. All right, and pretty much the Lord. Matter of fact, you want to get that? When you want to get that real quick, Zephaniah 3 and 8. Just the tip of the iceberg, real quick. All right, just to spark. All right, pretty much this lesson. All right, because YAHAWASHI, YAHAWAH is raising all right the spirit of the medias, man. All right, and a man of great men, all right, who are being scattered, all right, across the four corners of the earth. All right, being that's the spirit, for nuclear missiles.
That's right.
All right, and here it is. You have weaker nations, so-called weaker nations, now are nuclear capable. All right, and unfortunately, it's unfortunate for America, which is Babylon the Great, to be actually losing, all right, this our arms race, man. Yes.
No, you already got your word, don't you?
Yeah.
I already know. Go ahead. Just go with the spirit. Forgive me. I already knew. I got excited.
Just the spirit. Zephaniah 3.
No, I got
it.
Yeah. Zephaniah 3, verse 8. It says, "Therefore, wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, and to the day that I rise up to the praise. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger."
God, it said, wait up. It said, therefore, thus said the Lord, wait upon me. For if the Lord is determined, all right, to finish, all right, his determined, matter of fact, Isaiah 46 and 10, real quick. All right, the Lord is determined, all right, to gather these nations, man. All right, and to pour upon them his fierce indignation. The fierce of the indignation, all right, is you want to get that real quick? What's that? Jeremiah 30. Isaiah 34, verse 1. All right, but all the nations, all right, are being gathered, all right, because YAHAWASHI, YAHAWAH has a controversy, all right, and there's no truth, all right, there's no light, and there's no way, and a lot of you nations, all right, there's no acknowledgement of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWAH in you, man, all right, and the Lord is actually gathering the nations, all right, and they're nuclear capable, all right, because he's getting ready to destroy a specific kingdom off of the planet Earth because of this wickedness, man, and the wickedness that they have spread across the four corners of the earth, man. All right, being a golden cup in the Lord's hand, all right, aka, all right, which is America, Babylon the Great, all right. Go ahead, this is real quick.
Isaiah chapter 46 and verse 10, declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done.
Yeah, God, that's the point. The end from the beginning, the end of America, all right, was destined from the beginning. When the Lord spoke it was finished. All right, now we are coming into the latter days of Esau end, right? All right, 2nd Ezra 6. All right, we're coming into those latter times. All right, of the nations being gathered, and there's nothing he can do, man. There's nothing he can possibly do about these nations hating him. All right, and having nuclear capable. All right, and he can't stop that, man. Because Proverbs 21, the king's heart is in the hands of the Lord. All right, all kings are being gathered, all right, to being mustered up, all right, to fight YAHAWASHI, YAHAWAH and his only begotten son. And there's nothing nobody can do. You can't stop prophecy.
That's what say Shalom, GMS, salvation, the elect. I don't know if y'all saw.
There's a spirit. Go ahead and get that real quick. Finish that off.
Yeah.
All right.
Saying, my counsel shall stand.
Yeah, the counsel of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWAH. The scriptures tell you the Lord said all the counsels of the heathen shall come to naught. All right.
Ooh. Well, you go into counseling, you have to do what? You talking like you know, like let's say for instance you get into an argument with somebody at school, you have to go to the counselor, the council becomes the mediator. So you have to have a verbal discussion. There's words. So the Lord said, hold on, so like what did the Lord say about his counsel? One time, Baba Kashaf?
My counsel shall stand.
His word shall stand. And like you said the counsel of the heathen shall what?
Come to naught.
I just want to say that.
Yeah, that's the spirit. That's the spirit, right? Because all the counsels of the heathen are what? To wipe you jakes out, all right, and to rule.
Psalms
right?
83.
Psalms 83. That's right, brother. That's right. The water. That's beautiful. I was meditating on that too. All right, to have you jakes no part in rulership, right? All right, like I said before earlier, the scripture say the inward thoughts of this heathen is that his house shall continue forever.
That's the spirit.
Continuously ruling.
Psalm 49.
Over. That's right, ruling over your jakes. All right, and then you have to have the spirit on you to actually discern that the Lord have set this man up to believe because of his pride deceiving him. He can't see these other nations ruling and then coming up and destroying America. But guess what? He can see it, but he don't want to believe it. That's what it is. You know, the so-called white man, he can see his destruction, but he don't believe. He don't want to believe.
You want to know why?
You know, that's consuming him.
You want to know why? Because the heart is deceitful and desperately wicked above all things.
That's right, bro. Matter of fact, you want to get that real quick. Just grab that and bring it up. Because script 8. Now that's beautiful. You said the heart is deceitful, right?
Above all things.
Proverbs 21:1 say what? The king's heart
is in the hands
of the Lord.
So he deceiving. That's why Joel 12 and 16, when I'm mistaken, they said deceit and deceiver are his.
That's right, brother. That's right. That's right. That's beautiful. Go ahead,
this is Jeremiah chapter 17.
And speak on that too.
Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 9. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? Because your heart talking about your mind. Because in your mind, it's like in layman terms, somebody who's probably like 100 pounds will probably put 315 pounds on the fucking bar at the gym and think he can push that shit. Because you in your mind, I can get this. That's like 200 extra pounds over you. And next thing you know, the bar fall on his neck. Same thing with Esau. He believed that he believed that he can use carnality to defeat something that's spiritual. Because believe it or not, Esau know and believe that YAHAWASHI is true and coming back.
Yeah, bro.
Why the fuck you got a space force for? If you believe that you're the only people here on Earth. I'm sorry, if you believe that you're the only living beings in this whole solar system. You know, because we can go deeper into how vast the universe is. The brother Miyaka Alvin going into that heavy. The universe is very vast, man. So in your mind, you perceive that you're gonna fight and defeat the creator of worlds. Not just talking about Yahweh, but his only begotten son, who all things were created, pertaining to Colossians, the 1st chapter. So this goes back to Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 10. I, the Lord, YAHAWASHI, search the heart. I try the reins, even to give every man according to his ways, and according to the fruit of his doing. In the ways of Esau is destruction, is death. I've given you according to your ways. And then, matter of fact, I've given you the fatness of the earth in the sword, and you think the same blessing that I gave you that you gonna defeat me with. You deceived. You know?
Yeah, that's beautiful.
I just want to bring it out.
No, that's the spirit. That's beautiful, man. All right, go ahead, Aki.
This is Psalms 2:1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? Alright? The kings of the earth set themselves and rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break his bands asunder and cast away the cords from us.
Hey, through the spirit, the brother just put up. Jim is salvation to your left, Obadiah 1 and 3. The pride of thine heart. Like the brother said, why do the heathen rage? Matter of fact, Elder Apostle Ramla just did a video. And he mentioned, I forgot what the word rage means. I'm going to pull it out though. But it says, Brother brought Obadiah 1 and 3. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee. Your pride deceived you. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks. Esau, even the Caucasians today. Whose habitation is high. That saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Like when you go to the metropolitan cities like Detroit, Philly, Miami, Tampa, New York. They have skyscrapers. Buildings that go like 60, 80, 100 stories high. The Lord said we're not supposed to go higher than 2 stories. But they have very high buildings. And who sits at the top? The CEO. They remind you of Esau who dwelleth in the cleft of the rocks. What are the rocks? The mountains, the caves. They will be up high, living in those caves in ancient times, okay? And then, like, when you look at them today in their offices, they look out on everybody else. That pride had deceived them because their Mecca is New York. That's where they have the NYSE, the New York Stock Exchange. They got rich off of slavery. The first stock was us. So that pride deceived them. Oh, we took you down. Now we above you. And guess what? We not that we took you down. In my heart, you know what? I'm gonna fight against the Heavenly Father. All right? Just through the Spirit.
Hey, I'm gonna fight against the Son. I'm gonna fight against the Heavenly Father.
Right.
That's right. That's Isaiah the 14th chapter. He said he would set his throne above the stars.
Yep.
Let's say, and then also in 2 Esdras 13th chapter, it said that all the nations would stop fighting amongst themselves when Yahawashi coming and turn to fight Yahawashi and Mashiach.
That's right.
You know, and what he said, he neither lifted a hand, which is ultimately simple. Right.
You said the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. Did not it say that the Lord said he hardened Pharaoh's heart?
Yeah.
So the Lord put the spirit on Pharaoh after the Passover. You say, you know what? Moses, get your people the fuck out of Egypt. Then when we was going through the waters, the Lord put the spirit on Pharaoh to chase us after. Just to go to show you that I have the power to open up, to depart these waters so you can walk on dry land. And then as soon as you get across this water, across this dry land, I'm going to allow those waters to swallow up Pharaoh and his soldiers. The same thing with Esau right now. I've given you the power to take my people in, to keep them captives to you. So they can know that I rule in the kingdom of men. But in that day, your pride going to deceive you as well. Because I'm going to put it in your mind to fight against me. They're going to show you that the people who didn't believe that YAHAWASHI was real, those who did believe, they're going to see my works and my powers, and I'm going to give them power in that day. That's what Esau failed to realize.
Yeah, it's true.
That's
beautiful.
Once again, going back into that pride of these nations, pride of Esau, it says, Psalm 68, verse 16, why leap ye high hills? This is the hill which the Most High desired to dwell in. Yea, the Lord will dwell in it forever. So why leap ye high hills? Hill represent governments.
Right.
All right. So why leap ye high hills? Who's on high? The other nations. And what the scriptures say about Jacob. Fear not thy worm Jacob. So we low.
That's right.
So the Lord, like, why leap ye high hills? This is the hill, talking about the nation of Israel, that the Lord desires in forever. So I'm going to read that again. Psalm 68, verse 16. Why leap ye high hills? This is the hill which the Most High desired to dwell in. Yea, the Lord will dwell in it forever. So
why are you exalting yourself?
exactly. I'm going to just raise my people
I'm just going to raise my people up.
Exactly.
That's right. That was a good one.
And going to the 17th verse. The chariots of the Most High are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them as in the Sinai in the holy place.
Spirit.
So, you know, the Lord going to raise his people up, and he going to come through with them chariots.
That's
man.
right.
All right.
Man, and that's beautiful because it's more like the prophet Elijah, if I'm not mistaken. It's more with us than the eye can see, man.
Okay.
All right, that's the problem. A lot of people are carnal. They're like, why y'all going out with so boastful? Y'all believe it. Well, you gotta understand something. It's more with us in the spirit than what you can see, man. All right, the scriptures tell you the chariots of the Lord, the eyes of the Lord are upon them that cry. The Lord said his angels, that's not one, no, the angels of Yahawashi encamped around about them that fear him, man. All right, we have angels ministering for us, and these angels are going to come through. All right, you have to understand that angels are the hitman of Yahawashi. They coming through getting things done. All right, who's the top angel of Yahweh, man? Yahawashi. All right, he's a top angel. All right, on the right hand side, and all angels are under him. All right, you have the chief Michael the archangel. All right, and then you have the other angels under that. All right, and that's why in 1 Corinthians, I think the 6th chapter, all right, it said we're going to rule over the angels, man. All right, well, that's the power we're talking about. All right, that power is coming through. All right, the Lord said he is not slack concerning his promise, man. He said, wait upon him till he gather the nations. That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing, man. All right. Oh, you got something else for me to say?
No, I was just saying how you're describing how this is a nation. You know, you have your government. You know, you're speaking out the chariots. That's, you know, like the brother says, the Air Force. You know, you have the ground troops and Marines and what you may have it. And then you have the Navy. You have Leviathan and all you have. That's why it's Yahweh host. It's an army. It's a whole nation behind this. That's going on. And it's a spiritual thing.
Army.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. And how it's brought about in the Psalms about a high hill. You know, and I says in Isaiah. It says, "Unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and on his shoulders shall the
government shall be upon the shoulder.
Yeah, the government shall be upon his shoulders."
That's right.
Extent. So,
that's beautiful.
We're gonna say, hey, you gonna be on the shoulders of the Heavenly Father. That's heavy.
No. Go ahead.
That was the compliments. What you had brought out? You had brought out Psalm 68. That was heavy. The brother brought out Jimmy Salvation of the Elect. This one, I love this one. This one I used to bring out back in the day. Psalms 9 and 19. Arise, O Lord, let not man prevail. Let the heathen be judged in thy sight. Put them in fear, O YAHAWAH, that the nations may know themselves to be but men. Exactly. Let them know that they are but men. All right, that they are not superior to the Heavenly Father. We are just creatures, man. We are just dirt, bones, sinews, clay, like Job said. You know, and Esau. That's why the Lord said, "Your pride have deceived thee, man."
Because you are but flesh. You know.
Even the Lord said His spirit shall not dwell a man over 120 years, and you still full of pride. In other words, there's going to be a cancellation to your arrival one day, man. And you're on here proud.
Yep. Go ahead.
Still Isaiah?
Yeah.
All right, fine. This is Isaiah chapter 34, verse 1. And it reads, Come near, ye nations, to hear and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear in all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations.
For the indignation of YAHAWASHI is upon all nations, man. All right, this is why you have thermonuclear missiles, all right, being the talk of the town right now, man. All right, everybody's coming up with missiles. Oh, here it is. You got, a couple months ago, you had, what was it, North Korea. The whole talk was North Korea. You know what I mean?
Kim Jong-un,
right,
he's a threat.
Right.
You won't hear shit about him no more.
Right, you won't hear shit about India, all right? Which, going right to the article we got, all right? India is top 4 or top 5 in Space Force, man.
But see, India never really been a threat to America because they've been allies. That's why.
That's clutch.
Yeah, because and on top of that, ICBM missiles. That's why. They have nuclear capabilities. America, if you are allied to America, you have nuclear capabilities. They're not gonna talk down on you. You know.
God. Trump tells Russia to get his troops.
Yeah, I saw an article. I read an article on that.
yesterday or the day before.
I read one on it today as well. You know, RT.
He told him.
Trump, told him to get Russia to get out of Venezuela, and also Russia set up S-300s in certain strategic areas in Venezuela as well.
So, Lockie, forgive me. You sent out an article a couple days ago.
Video.
I forgot to watch it. I forgot to watch it. Salaki.
It was 100 troops and like 2 warplanes.
I was in the gym. Salaki. 100 troops and 2 warplanes, dog.
Trump saying all options are on the table, so he's saying they're subject to military action.
And at the end of the day, you know, through the spirit, you know, Russia held Assad, Syria held off America. The same thing gonna happen down there in Venezuela. All right, Russia's gonna be an aid also to Venezuela as well. And America just gonna have to do something desperate because they getting cornered every move they make. Man.
If I may add, you have I believe that name is the Koch brothers, Koch, 2 brothers. They are the reason why America's trying to get out of Venezuela, because I forgot exactly what his Edomite said, but he said along the lines, they have the equipment that can basically cleanse or purify or dilute the crude oil that Venezuela has. There's no other country on the earth that can use this equipment that's because it's been made by America to actually cleanse and purify that oil.
You remember I told you that it's a certain chemical that they have
that Venezuela. But when you told me that though, when you told me that, in my mind I was perceiving that Venezuela need them, but no, you need Venezuela. That's why you want to get in there, because you can't use Saudi Arabia's oil, even though Saudi Arabia do purify their crude oil. You can't use no other oil to refine in your refinery. Your refinery is only used for Venezuelan oil. So as long as you ain't getting that oil, you losing money.
That was the deal that they made. All right. In order for you to receive this oil, you have to make your refineries pretty much
Capable.
capable or equivalent only to
our crude oil.
Our crude oil.
That's right. That's right.
So that was the deal. So like if anybody backed out on the deal, hold on, you can't go nowhere without me. So they set that up front. Like
anybody, right? It was a joint operation.
Yep.
So like,
and going off when you saying America's gonna have to get desperate, that goes into that EMP attack.
You're right.
False flag. You know, they're gonna have to self-inflict themselves. I kind of spoke
self-inflict themselves. That's a beautiful persuasion to say.
Just like 9/11, you know,
the water,
so they can do their agendas.
Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor.
Yep.
It's all political attacks.
That's right, brother.
Yep. You gonna finish off on this?
Yeah, go ahead.
It says, for the Isaiah 34:2, for the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter. So that's a future prophecy.
That's right.
You know.
That's right.
And you want me to keep reading?
No. Read that part again real quick.
Isaiah 34:2. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies.
God, the fury of YAHAWASHI is upon all armies, man. And that's what we're talking about. All right, the thermonuclear missiles are being gathered. All right, nations that you didn't know had missiles are like top 5. Top 5 when it comes down to having missiles, man. All right, because you people really don't understand the significance of the missiles and why people are actually holding back from pressing these buttons, man. All right, because they can actually wipe out millions of people, man. All right, and that's why it's all boiling down to thermonuclear capable, man. All right, go ahead, start from the top. Read that real quick. Man.
Yeah, this is an RT article that came out today. It's titled "India Joins Space Super League as it shoots down satellite with precision missile."
Go ahead.
And get into the article. India's high-end missile has shot down its satellite as part of a highly complex test launch. Prime Minister Modi said, proclaiming that his nation is now a 4th space superpower.
His nation, India, is now the 4th in space superpower, man. All right, go ahead.
After the U.S., Russia, and China. And this is a quote from him, Modi. Some time ago, our scientists shot down a live satellite 300 kilometers away in space in a low Earth orbit, Modi said in a televised address. The test was conducted as part of a highly complex mission, Indian shit, which was complicated in 3 minutes, was completed in 3 minutes.
Hey, and that go to show you that the technology that YAHAWASHI is giving these nations, man. Do not say the Lord, the days are shortened for the elect's sake, man. All right, so here it is, out here in Babylon, things are, you might see things not moving at a certain pace. But here it is, we just brought on Zephaniah 3, the Lord said, wait here upon him till he rises up against the prey. The Lord is rising against the prey, man. All these other nations are doing the will of YAHAWASHI to what? Utterly consume and utterly destroy America, which is Babylon the Great, man.
Yeah, tell you that in Jeremiah. Gather yourselves round about her, all that bendeth the bow.
Oh, that's right.
So everybody that has nuclear capabilities, everybody just shoot over at her.
That's right. Yeah, and what? And the scripture say her target shall not miss. And Second Ezra is, they shall not miss. And Second Ezra says, the strong is the right hand that bendeth the bow, man. All right, and once again, we did a video. One of us, I think it was probably me or one of you brothers. We did a video on how Russia basically backed out of the INF, which is the intercontinental nuclear forces, basically intermediate missiles. All right, which was an agreement between America and Russia, right?
So I thought Trump backed out.
No. Yeah, Trump backed out, and that's why Russia. You're right. That's why Russia was like, all right, they backed out. We out of here too. Why is that?
This is like 1987.
Right. It was like 1987. That's right. And they just backing out. Why is that? Because America understand that they were giving missiles to Europe, man. All right, and Europe is basically next door to Russia, man. All right, and that's why Russia, in that part of the article, Russia already had IRBMs, man. Intermediate range ballistic missiles. They already had these missiles, but the reason why they never brought them out or touched on them was because they had the INF treaty, man. All right. So now that they backed out of it, Russia is flourishing, man. All right. That go back to Zephaniah 3 and 8. These other nations are being gathered. It might not look like they're not, but the Lord is actually gathering these other nations with nuclear capable, man.
And that goes into mutual assured destruction. All right. Is where they come to an agreement to only have a certain amount of missiles at hand, active missiles. All right,
That's right.
You know,
that's right, bro. That's right. That's what
mutual assured destruction. You know, on the other hand, that one won't make more missiles than the other, and then once they both come out of an agreement, it goes into an arms race.
Arms race. That's right.
You know, where one tries to get more missiles than the other.
That's
so
right.
you know, they had that agreement. All right, we only keep this amount, and then that was the agreement. But now since they backed out of it. You know, the sky's the limit.
Oh, bro,
you know?
bro. Kind of.
I got an article here real quick from CNBC from March 16, 2018. There are about 14,500 nuclear weapons in the world. All right. And it says 9 nations are members of the world's nuke club. The U.S. and Russia own the majority of the world's nuclear weapons. So like the brother said, as soon as they got rid of that agreement, it was an arms race. Because I remember that day when they said that, like the very next day or maybe the second day, Russia started testing missiles, man. Like fuck it, we out of here. Fuck it. Cause we already know what America. Cause you know what? You wanna know why? America started setting nukes around Russia, like you said in Europe. That's why they broke it. Because if I break this treaty, now I have the right to bomb you. So Russia like, well, fuck it then. Since you feel that way, we finna. Guess what? We in Venezuela. Guess what? We paid off the debt. Was it Puerto Rico or Cuba? We paid off their debt. Now we got missiles down there. Keep playing. That's why Russia and China down there in Venezuela. Stop. It's all proxy wars, man.
And these nations, like Elder Apostle Rashad said, man, on the Elders Live, all right, these other nations, they really hate you damn devils, man. The only reason why they not pushing towards destroying you is because of that sword, that blessing, man. All right, that's the only reason. But now, that's why Revelations 18 it says, the nations shall go into their own land, all right, and rejoice.
They can pull them out.
That's right. And what's that? Least of the flock shall draw them out as well too, man. All right, so we're coming into those times when America got to go to war. They got to do something. Like one of the brothers said, that they got to make a drastic move here, man. All right, because you being backed up in the corner. All right, here it is. You were the bully of the earth, and now you're looking like the goddamn substitute teacher here, man. All right, you know, ain't nobody listening to you. All right, and you just out of order. You know, and you like, damn, what's going on? All right, because you were never set up to be. You was never set up to be a teacher.
That's right. The hammer of earth.
The hammer of earth seeks. That's right.
And I believe
Psalms 10.
And I believe the brother brought out that Revelation 9 and 16 because AHBAD mentioned. AHBAD mentioned how many missiles they have. So it's Revelation 9 and 16. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. And I heard the number of them. So that's the missiles.
This is back you up. He said there are about 14,500 nuclear weapons. A warhead can carry 8 nukes. You know what I'm saying? Some 10.
Yeah.
So you can just multiply this number by 10. You know?
And that's all what's on record.
That's what's on record.
You know, you really think that, Russia, because they're in an arms race, they're enemy. Yeah. The scriptures say, let not your left hand know your right hand know.
Right.
All right? So you really think Russia is going to the, Supreme Court and really giving them their inventory, letting them know all they have on their inventory? You know, it's the same thing with America. You really think America letting them know all that they have on their inventory? All right? No. These countries, the inventory of these countries, these people, we probably really don't know the exact number, man. All right?
But that's spiritual for you said, let not your left hand know what your right hand do. Oh, YAHAWASHI said, blessed be the Lord God that hide these things from the prudent and the wise of the world.
That's right. Go ahead, Abdel. Go ahead, finish it off.
Finish off this article, anticipating fears of turning space into war-fighting domain and igniting a race between rival powers. The Prime Minister said New Delhi's space program is about creating atmosphere of peace, not war.
So here it is. That's right. Here it is. You got India. All right. They have basically nuclear, it's like anti-missiles, anti-satellite missiles. All right. Here it is. They have nuclear capability out here to go out in space, man. And that's what we said. I'm strong, which we're gonna grab right after this. Go ahead. Get that real quick out.
This is Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 27. Set ye up a standard in the land, blow the trumpet among the nations.
That's right. That's what we're doing right now. Ezekiel 38 or 39, it tells you, have I not spoken by my prophets, right, that I would do these things?
Right.
Go ahead.
Prepare the nations against her.
Yeah, prepare the nations. Going back to Zephaniah, the 3rd chapter. All right. Prepare the nations. Going back to Isaiah 34 chapter. Come near ye.
Near.
Yeah, come ye near. All ye heathen nations, for the Lord have his righteous indignation upon all nations. All right.
And that's going into the valley of decision.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
Jehoshaphat. Jehoshaphat. The Most High's judgment. Valley of troops, where it's just going to be a slain amount of troops, man. You know, from all different nations. You know, it's going to be just slain troops. Just
name it.
All there. That's why I say multitudes in the valley of decision, man. All right.
Multitudes, and that goes back to what Yahweh told King. That's what Yahweh told King David. He told him, "Look, the Lord said unto his Lord, sit thou on my right hand, until I make thy enemies thy footstool." These other nations are being gathered for what? That great reaping that Yahweh is going to do in the angels when they come back, man. You know, of all nations being gathered, so that Yahweh, all right, he can take many crowns from everybody. All right, everybody, here it is. You know, everybody gonna be going at it, thinking they go, oh, I'm getting next. You know, at the seat, because America gonna be through. All right, the missile kick, man. Everybody hate America, man. They just not acting right. That's like you having somebody in school. You can't beat them because he a little bigger than you. But all y'all like, look, dog, I swear, bro. I mean, what y'all want to do? We could jump this nigga, dog. For real. Like, you know, we all small, but I'm telling you, we can take this nigga, dog.
I can't stand Debo ass, bro.
Yeah,
every time Debo come around.
They like, man, I don't know, dog. I'm telling you.
I got a precept to go to back him up. In Obadiah 1:7. Matter of fact, I'm going to start at 6, just one verse up. It says, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? That's the point. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is no understanding in them.
Eat their bread.
So that break bread, that do trade with them. Because China
Yep.
still have to do trade with them.
Yep.
Russia still have to do, you know, economic transactions with them. But at the end of the day, like the brother said, they waiting. They waiting for that appointment. They're agreeing with you right now. But when that time comes, they don't shoot the missiles.
But you said they had laid a wound under you, right? Ever since Trump started doing them tariffs with China, you have companies, domestic companies here in America, they're losing at an average $4.4 billion a month because of these tariffs. That's a wound under you, man. That's a wound.
Yeah, that's heavy. Yeah.
That's a wound.
That's right. Going back to what was that we had?
Jeremiah.
Yeah. Go back to that.
Jeremiah 51. Going back to 27. Blow the trumpet among the nations.
That's what we're doing right now. Go ahead.
Prepare the nations against her. Call together.
Hey, what it said? Prepare. Read that again.
Prepare the nations against her.
Prepare the nations against her.
Who's her?
Who was her? Babylon the Great, which is the virgin daughter of Babylon. Who was that? America, man.
That's right.
All right. Jeremiah 51:7. All right. Babylon have been a golden cup. Right,
the Lord's hand.
That's right. Who have deceived the nations. Hey, and that's the spirit. All the nations are mad, but they're not gonna. They can't show you that anger because you got that sword, baby. But now everybody got a sword now, bro. Everybody got a missile now, man. And here it is. We're not even hearing about the top nations that have missiles. All right, you're not hearing about India. The only way you're hearing about India and these other nations is because the men of the Lord are actually going into the articles and bringing this truth out, man. All right, here it is. We just brought out an article of India being the top 5th or the top 5 in Space Force, man. All right, go ahead, Op. Hey, that's one of the most smallest countries, man. Okay, out there in the Middle East, man. Go ahead.
Call together against her the kingdoms.
Call against her the kingdoms. That's right. Go ahead.
Call against her the kingdoms of Arad, Menini, and Askenaz.
Kind of going into those ancient lands. All right. Go ahead.
Appoint a captain against her. Cause the horses to come up as the rough caterpillars. Right,
which is their army, their military. All right. Go ahead.
Prepare against her the nations. With the kings of the Medes.
Right, with the kings. So all the great men, all right, are actually against Babylon the Great, man. Right, here it is, you sit at council, you have a little peace, you know, here it is, you had America going up with meeting Kim Jong-un, having a handshaking. Well, First Thessalonians, First Thessalonians, when they shall say peace, all right, then shall sudden destruction come. All right, so it ain't, trust me, you're not escaping prophecy, all right? Because when they say peace, that's when it's really destruction. The brother just brought it out in that article. All right, they said, no, these weapons out here in the anti-satellite missiles are actually for peace. Well, what do you mean? Everything out there in the universe is at peace right now, man. What do you need weapons out there for? All right, no, because these nations are afraid. They're already at peace. Everything is in order out there, man. What do you mean it's for peace, not for war? No, because you're afraid. Because everybody understands that America is through. All right, but they're afraid of not having that power seat, man. Everybody wants that power right now, man. China, you got Russia, okay, Japan. All right, hey man, these nations is not playing, man. And the Most High put the spirit on them to actually think they were going to be up next. You know, you got to actually admire YAHAWASHI, man. We don't got no power. Our power is the sword. The words of YAHAWASHI, cutting through, breaking down these strongholds, man, bringing out prophecy. All right, that's our power. But here it is, you have nations actually have a physical sense of getting power, man. You understand? Like, they actually believe that their army, their million-man march, all right, their thermonuclear missiles, their missile defense systems, all right, their unseen, undetectable underwater Poseidons, all right, they actually think that this is what's going to get them in the power seat, man. All right, nobody's expecting the saints and the Most High to actually raise up, all right. Go ahead, finish it. I think it's a little bit more, right?
Yeah. I started 28 again. Prepare against her the nations with the kings of the Medes, the captains thereof, and all the rulers thereof, and all the land of his dominion. And all the land shall tremble in sorrow, for every purpose of the Lord Yahweh shall be performed against Babylon.
For every purpose, that go right back to Isaiah 46. All right, to do according to his pleasure. All right, it said for every purpose shall be against who? Against Babylon, man, which is America, man. All right, which is also spiritually Sodom and Egypt. All right, because what? It holds the same customs of Sodom and Gomorrah. All right, and it has the same confusion as in old Egypt, man. All right, there's nothing new under the sun. All right, the Lord has purposed his device against Babylon, man. All right, and all the nations have that right now, man. All right, go ahead.
To make the land of Babylon a desolation,
right,
without an inhabitant.
That's beautiful. Got that real quick.
This is Joel 3 verse 9, and it reads, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong.
Hey, that's right. You want to speak on that real quick, brother?
I was going to back the brother up, like you said, let the weak say I'm strong. They go back to those countries who did not have nuclear capabilities. Because if you go back to, I believe it was to World War II, you had it was only Russia and America that had the nuclear capabilities, because after America took down Adolf Hitler, because he was German, they got German scientists that helped them build nuclear weapons. See, what happened was that, whether it's America or Russia, Russian Americans, they are Edomites. Point blank, period. They're Edomites. So even though we're rooting for Russia, you are Edomite. People going to slavery, all the Russians going to slavery. But Russia's going to be the catalyst that's going to destroy America. So after that Second World War, the German scientists got split up. Russia has some, America has some. As time went on, America created the EU. After they dropped the bomb on Nagasaki and Hiroshima, because it was Japan was taking over. Japan was running through shit, and then the airmen got with the Germans, and they said, "Fuck it, let's run through shit together." Make a long story short, America intervened, boom, dropped that bomb on Nagasaki and Hiroshima.
Yep.
And then after that, boom, okay, so you see what we did over there. We're gonna start this the North Atlantic Treaty organization. Here, we will protect you. But you got to give us X amount of dollars. You got to pay us to protect you. Here it is. Some of these countries will give you nuclear capabilities. You want to know why? Because America full of pride. Oh, you ain't going to drop that shit on us. You know better. But now, like the brother brought out, them who say they are weak, now they are strong. At one point, we didn't have the same capability you had when it came to you bombing Nagasaki and Hiroshima. But now we have the same capability, so now we are on equal playing ground. That's kind of like the dudes in the. That's kind of like that dude in the hood. He got hands. He'll be in. He got hands, technique. He'll slam you and everything. All the cats out there used to get their ass work, but you got that one weak ass nigga that get that gun and come up and shoot him. Everybody else got a gun too. You know, so now you invincible. You know what I'm saying? That's how everybody feel right now. Okay, you want to bomb me? I'll bomb you, but we just gonna die together. So those who are weak now, they say they strong.
That's right.
And like the brother said, you bomb me, I'm gonna bomb you. That goes into mutual sure destruction. And then when you go into like the definition, the meaning of that is like, you know, one side has the capability of destroying you, and you got the capability of destroying me. So what? Let's not shoot the missiles off, because either one of us, you know, shoot off a missile. Hey, it's a mutual sure destruction. Destruction is gonna be catastrophic on both ends. So that's what they're hiding behind. That's gonna keep the peace. Like the brother said, you ain't gonna shoot none on me. I ain't gonna shoot none on you.
I'm gonna back you up, brother. It's on the acronym is MAD, Mutual Assured Destruction or Mutually Assured Destruction. This is from Wikipedia. Is a doctrine of military strategy and national security policy in which a full-scale use of nuclear weapons by two or more opposing sides would cause the complete annihilation of both the attacker and the defender. All right? So that's the point right there. So whether or not you are the contender or you are the champion, it's just going to be complete annihilation. All right?
Yep.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to pull up a quote real quick that JFK said, as a matter of fact, I learned this off the game, Black Ops 4. JFK said in 1961, if I'm not mistaken, he said, man must end war, or war will end mankind. He said something to that extent. That's exactly what it's supposed to be.
Hey, that's beautiful though, man.
But it's whose will is it though?
That's the will of YAHAWASHI.
So hey, it's inevitable. Nothing you can do that. You know?
Hey, you gonna shoot the missiles off?
Yeah, and it's like the same. It's basically gonna be automatic because Russia, they still have
that dead man switch.
Yeah, it's called the dead hand switch. And Soviet, you know, back in in 87, you know, they started in the Cold War. They made the dead hand switch.
That was in 87.
Yeah,
I think that was the same year they had the INL. Let me check.
So now it's pretty much perfected. You know, that's what 40 years from now.
Bro, America is through, bro. Here it is. You got a
87. Damn, you say 87?
40 years. Lord knows they've been working on that, tweaking. You know, putting new upgrades.
All that.
So a dead man switch, no, it's Revelations 18 and 10.
Automatic, bro. As soon as the air starts shaking, that's shooting, bitch.
You're right. Cause that's fucked up though. Cause imagine if I just said imagine it. Cause hold on, is it triggered by seismic activity?
It's probably one of them is seismic. It's probably all type of shit now.
Cause that'd be fucked up if an earthquake hit in Russia or that's America. But it's the spirit of the Lord because the Lord control earthquakes too. He made, the Lord the one who opened up the earth and swallowed up those individuals in Israel. The Lord does all of that, you know.
They probably got air sensors, all that shit, you know. So.
Oh yeah, I believe so. I believe so.
Yeah. Hey, here it is. You know, more missiles. America, believe it or not, America's actually losing that arms race, man.
Yeah.
But they like to put on a persona of, oh, you know, America the Great, you know, the few, the proud Marines, whatnot. All right, but at the end of the day, America know they losing. All right, America know they are losing this nuclear arms race, man. Because see, one thing about these other nations is they don't have the distractions that these Americans have, man. All right, when it comes down to doing things or handling business, hey, man, these other nations, they don't have that. They don't have television or, you know what I mean? They don't have the distractions. You know what I mean?
I was hearing that about a documentary in North Korea. It's like all that television and stuff is straight just communist. Like, you know, they don't watch nothing outside of the U.S. They don't allow their people to be influenced by all this television. None of that. Like cell phone usage, all that.
You talking about
China? North Korea.
Yeah, North Korea.
Yeah,
no outside influence.
Yeah, they strict. Like they strictly about war. They destroying America is on their mind. That's all they think about.
And no outside influences over here because they see what the world is turning into. they go into that dead hand switch. This is beautiful. This is gonna go back to what you were talking about. This is on Wikipedia. Dead hand, also known as perimeter, is a Cold War era automatic nuclear weapons control system used by the Soviet Union, which is Russia today. General speculation from insiders alleges that the system remains in use in post-Soviet Russian Federation as well. That would be today, pretty much. And this is the point right here. An example of failed deadly in mutual assured destruction deterrence. It can automatically trigger the launch of the Russian intercontinental ballistic missiles by sending a pre-entered highest authority order from the General Staff of the Armed Forces Strategic Missile Force Management to command posts and individual silos of a nuclear strike is detected by seismic, light, radioactivity, and overpressure sensors, even with the commanding elements fully destroyed. Yeah. Hey, it's gonna go off regardless, man. That's heavy, bro. Shh, call on YAHAWASHI. It's gonna be the angels do that. Call on YAHAWASHI if I can die.
So the angels really got
gonna make them push it.
They gonna make them push that.
Got that damn head switch. Yeah.
But they don't, bro. They don't want to push. According to mutual assured destruction, bro, they don't want to hit the missiles, dog. Because they know it's going to be mass casualties on both sides. They don't want to push them, so the Lord's going to have to put the spirit on them to set it off, man.
And that goes back to Revelations. It said, hurt not the earth. You know, the angels that's on the four winds, holding back that destruction. You know, that's them holding back that destruction. You know, making up the nuclear capabilities. You got something you want to see?
Go ahead.
Yeah, good. That's the angels holding back that mass destruction. All right, and we're actually in the time of the gathering of the elect going out, hearing that word. You know, St. Matthew's 24, the gospel's being preached across four corners of the earth. Germany, brothers out there in Germany, all right, everywhere. Iran, brothers everywhere. That gospel's being preached. There's no cloak. All right, this gospel is going out, so now you have a chance of repenting and coming back to YAHAWASHI before he utterly destroy America, man, and save his elect out of these other heathen nations. All right, because these other heathen nations, they really don't believe that they don't understand the spirituality of this, man. All they see is America. That's why Scripture say the merchants shall go in mourning away, roughly to say. The merchants shall go weeping to their own land and whatnot in Revelations 18. All right, because everybody only sees America ruling, man. All right, but contrary to your belief, all right, Lord YAHAWASHI have set America up to be that great delusion unto you people to be destroyed, man. Wiped off the planet Earth, man. All right, because of his wickedness, all right, which have greatly, all right, spread it across the four corners of the earth, man. All right, so go ahead, you got something?
Oh no, I was just saying about them pushing the missiles. The Lord say, and when He shall put the spirit on the Medes, pretty much when they shall think an evil thought, man.
Okay.
All right, He gonna put it in the mind. Matter of fact,
you want to get it real quick?
Let me get some. I'm gonna get a precept to go according to that. Real quick. Unless you about to have something?
No. That's it. Pretty much.
All right. It's Revelation 17. Well, we can. AHBAD, you got something?
No, go ahead, bro.
All right. Well, we can.
Sorry.
Hit this right here.
Oh,
this Revelation. I'm gonna just get right to the point. Revelation 17, verse 16.
yeah.
And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. So even America's own allies. All right. EU, NATO. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. This is the point. For the Most High, it says God, hath put it in their hearts to fulfill His will. So regardless whether they push it or not, because according to mutual assured destruction, that was the key of a nuclear war never popping off. Each side know that both sides can be destroyed. If you push this, if I push it, like yo, we both can be destroyed, and that's what kept them so long from not doing it.
It's gonna be a blood.
Yeah, it's gonna be a blood. They're like, no, man, and that's what kept them from pushing it. But
yeah, kids, man.
God. But according to this, the Most High is gonna put it in your hearts. All right, He's gonna put it in your mind and push the button, whether you want to or not, man.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
You know?
Do it again, Hey, this brother Kanakala put up a beautiful brother Babal shot. You might have to re-upload that. It was a movie.
Oh, I know what you're talking
that
about.
was a beautiful scene, bro.
Where they had to turn the keys.
Alpha,
together. Omega.
At the same time. And one person didn't want to do it, but you still had the one dude didn't want to do it.
He put a gun.
He put a gun to him and said, "You have to do it."
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that, bro. Yep. That was a video.
And at the same time, soon as one person shoots off the missiles, everybody else gonna do it.
Yeah, bro, it's gonna be bad.
Prime example. What was that? It was that G.I. Joe movie.
Oh,
They had the Wayans brother in it.
Oh shit, okay.
Because they had all the people sitting. It was the Cobra, the one with the Cobra. What about the Cobra? The white. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the movie, they had all the people from all around the world, all the leaders. They would sit at this table, and then they had this monitor, and they show all the missiles going. They'll get ready to go off, and they see them all going in the air on the monitor. And they were like, oh, "What are we gonna do? Like, what are we gonna? What you
Everybody got to push.
You gonna let your shit go too? You gonna let your shit go too?
Yeah. Keys and, nah, push that bitch.
Yeah, that's
what are you talking about? You across the street at me dumping.
Yes.
And I got me a gap. I'm like, stop shooting. Fuck it. You gonna let your shit go too? I got to. I have
all
to.
All cards on the table.
All cards on the table, man. I'm going all in.
Hey, it's like what is it called? Poker. The poker face.
God, I'm calling your bluff.
Everybody gonna just reveal it. Everybody's gonna draw, man.
I raised you. You raised me, so you say you have more weapons than me? Okay. Just a spirit.
I think these missiles is being created just to be in the museum.
Yeah.
Now, North Korea finna let these bitches know. India finna let that shit loose, bro. Hey, when the scripture say it shall be utterly destroyed, that's what the scriptures meant, bro. In 1 hour. All right, India is not flexing in these missiles for no reason, bro. All right. America is through. All right, there will come a time where these.
Hey, they're like Jake in the world, man. Jake be having their gats and shit on all Instagram and shit, showing they flexing.
Yeah.
Get your goofy ass.
But when it's time to shoot, all that flexing. But when it's time to shoot, Jake gonna let loose.
That's what I'm
saying.
Because
it's gonna push him to that
point. That's why India,
you know what I mean?
They flexing their missiles, man.
Let the weak say I'm strong. That's right. The weak say I'm strong. That's right, man. All these missiles that these men have, them bitches don't get pushed,
bro. And you know Esau eat them. I just want to see what this shit can do.
Yes.
You know, Esau, he's a death.
Oh yeah,
he's the harbinger of death. You know, bro, that was
some shit too,
bro. But I know, but check this out. That was the whole reason why they dropped the bomb in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. It was just this. It was an experiment.
Yeah.
Just to see.
Demonstration.
I just want to see what this shit would do.
Yeah.
You know, that's Esau. Like, he'll let some chemicals out, he let some poison, let's see what this shit do.
Let's see what this shit do.
You know?
Let's see what this shit do.
You know, like, that's Esau.
GMOs? Let's see what this shit do.
You know?
Vaccines? Let's see what this shit do.
Yeah.
And that's what they doing, bro.
And you can see him behind the curtain. I just want to see how many people I can kill.
Oh, yeah, he behind the curtain.
You know what I mean? It's just like death, bro. He's just death.
Because he put up figures on the stage with everybody watching Trump. Everybody watching all these famous figures, but you got Esau, the old decrepit man behind this, but with that cane, he peeking. Let me see who's all out here. Everybody's all
He in the back, like funding shit. Everything getting funded by him.
Yeah.
He in the back, 7 heart transplants.
We need more deaths. We need more deaths.
But at the end of the day, that's who's arming the race war. I mean, the arms race. Esau Edom. He's arming all sides. You need to enrich in uranium. Here's the money to do it. They find a war, and they just sit. They're gonna sit back and go into their bunkers and just think they're gonna wait it out and just allow all the missiles to pop off. But let me get this coming real quick. The brothers say the nukes are not going to be in a museum. They're going to be used.
That's right.
It says Esau's a mad scientist with a lab coat. Esau is Dexter. That's what you got. Dexter, you know?
Yeah, that's right. Dexter's, that's right. Because that's the spirit. Because when Dexter was in the laboratory, like, look, no authority. He would go there and create some crazy. He would go there, he would go there and be creating some nasty shit, bro. He has some freaky shit, bro.
That's spiritual. You know? Keep saying a little bad.
Hey, so that was a spirit for him to actually say that Esau is Dexter, because Dexter was actually Edomite, bro. But every time it came down to him fighting his enemy or somebody that came up against him, he always had some crazy shit. He always had some freaky shit, man. And that'll go back to the video that we just had. We just did a video, me and brother, on according to my anger. And in that video, we were basically saying how Esau actually has some crazy stuff, some shit that he can't put on display, bro. Esau got some shit out here he cannot put on display. All right, some shit that's just made in the back that's just for that great day, man.
Yep.
All right, because you people don't understand that because you are not spiritual. This man actually got some freaky shit in the back, bro. The wipe you Jakes out, bro. Okay, and you people are not understanding that because all you have is a 22 in the clip.
At the end of the day, Psalm 17. Deliver thee from the wicked, which is thy sword. That's the sword of the Most High. All right? That's the weapon of the Most High. So Esau has some stuff for you, man. And like the brother said, America, you know, we speaking against America, of course, but America got missiles too. Because certain major cities in Russia, like Moscow, St. Petersburg, China, you got Hong Kong, certain major cities in Japan gonna get hit. So, you know, every country got certain major cities that America is gonna hit as well, but America is the one that's gonna be ultimately destroyed.
Utterly. That's right.
Because it said the beast shall hate the whore. The whore that sits upon the beast, that's America. America's the head of the NATO and the EU, all right? But whenever you hear about somebody putting sanctions on somebody, you'll never hear about France, Germany. You always hear about America putting sanctions. America is the whore that sits upon that beast, all right? And that beast has 7 heads, which would be the EU, and the 10 horns, which at the beginning was NATO. All right, so America, which is run by Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, woman, and child, they are the ones, man, who's going to be destroyed. That's why the scripture says, if Satan cast out Satan, how shall he stand? You have Russia and America. You have Russia and America going at it. They are the same people. They're Edomites. So here it is. This is your kingdom, but you're trying to cast each other out. You're not going to stand. That's the Lord, man. That's the Lord's work.
That's right. You brothers got to close the precept real quick. You got something you want to say?
I can just read this again. Finish out Revelation 17:17. All right, it says, "For the Most High hath put it in their hearts to fulfill His will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled."
That's right.
All right.
You want to get on Revelations 18:10 real quick?
I can read it.
Yeah, real quick. Come on.
I got a sword. I read this by the quote 9, like Revelation 18:7. It says,
spirit.
For 1 hour,
matter of fact,
great riches come to
it
naught.
started like verse 9, Baba Gusha. The point is,
I started 10.
Spirit.
It's Revelation chapter 18, verse 10. "Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city."
Yeah, that mighty city, America, Babylon the Great, man. The great, all right? Oh, virgin daughter of Babylon, man. Great in merchants, all right? Souls of men, merchandise, all right? This place is the great, man. All right, go ahead. Great in wickedness, all right? Go ahead.
"For in 1 hour is thy judgment come."
That's right. In 1 hour, thy judgment has come, man. And like we always say, I can't say it, we can't say it enough. America was not built in 1 hour, but it's going to be destroyed in one, man. All right, you got to have the spirit on you to actually see America being destroyed. Your favorite restaurant, all right? Your favorite outfit you love to wear. Your favorite liquor.
Matthew 24.
Sirach being destroyed, come.
The first verse, I think. "Seeing this, there shall not be left one stone upon another."
Yeah, I was trying to say that. Come.
Yep.
Hey, man, you know.
All pair of Jordans going to be destroyed.
Yeah, all Jordans.
All Jordans going to be destroyed in that day.
All you bitches with blonde hair, all right? America in this philosophy.
All the Rarers, all them sick boy Rarers.
All the Miami mothers.
Lambos.
Yeah, all the Miami mothers out there getting destroyed, bro. All right? Anybody with these little big names. Hey, but the point of that,
right, brother.
Right, hey, the point of that is America is ugly. Everything here that made us a heathen state, being in a heathen state that's contrary to the Bible and contrary to the customs of Israelite, is going to be destroyed. All right? And Revelation 21 will come in full effect. And that's going to be through the elect of Israel being ultimately beamed up into the chambers, Isaiah 26:20, and America being utterly destroyed, man. All right, and we're starting over. All right, in righteousness, rule the planet Earth, man. Thus said the Bible, thus said the scriptures. All right, so with that,
they got to close out.
Spirit.
Isaiah 66:15.
On that too,
"For behold, Yahawah will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will YAHAWASHI plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many." All right, and that's just a close. I ain't gonna say nothing else. The scripture spoke. So with that being said, we're gonna give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahawah, BaHaShem, YAHAWASHI, BaHaShem, Rakha Kodash, Double on style, the apostles, great millstone who rule well. Sing on the salutation to all the sisters and brothers that's constantly preaching the word of truth, sincerity, the four corners of the earth. Peace and blessings also to all of you sincere men, women, and children that do consist of the 1/3. Peace and blessings to all the confusion and faces out there in the four corners of the earth. Like we always say, man, ask for forgiveness, pray without ceasing, stay humble, remain diligent. Quote me, inshallah.